Okay, welcome back. I wasn't very detailed on how to make that tween just a minute ago, so we're going to do it again. Remember, we're going to tween from this blank screen into the I can, which is going to pop forward right here. So on your animation panel down here with the frames, we're just going to click this little icon down here. It looks like the new layer icon, but it's really duplicate frames icon. Just click it once, and now you have two keyframes. And again, be sure your frame delay is set to 0, very important. Um, so our first frame is blank. Our second frame, we're going to tween in the I can statement. So with the second frame selected, if we go to the I can layer, we're going to bring the opacity to 100. Now if when you click this on, the I can layer is showing, go back to frame 1 and drop the opacity to 0 on the I can frame. So we go from this frame to the I can frame fading in right here. We go from here to here, and then click your first frame and hit the tween button, which creates frames between the keyframes, and hit that tween button and go ahead and add anywhere from 7 to 10 to 20 frames. It's really up to you. The number of frames that you add is the length of the animation itself, so keep in mind if you punch in 100 here, your tween might last 10 seconds. So I'm just going to put 10 here and click OK. Let everything default the same. And then when you hit the play button, you should see the tween come in from the fade. You see that right there? All right, go to your very last frame and let's do our next action. Let's have the forward fly in from the left or the bottom or somewhere. Let's have some things moving around. So the I can comes in really quickly. In our next frame, we're going to add the Ford and the Academy logos flying in. So with this frame selected, you want to create another new frame, and then in this frame is where you want to set where you want your logos to appear. So I'm going to highlight my Academy logo. Now I can't see it because it's not in the main frame. I've moved it off into the artboard. But if you grab your Move tool and click Show Transform, be sure to deselect Auto Select. It will make a box around your the image that you have selected in your Layers panel. So here it is, and we're going to go from there to here. There we go. And at the same time, we're going to go the HHS logo from here to here, and then moving forward, we're going to go with the Ford logo forward further from here to, I don't know, about there. So we go from this to this and simply tween these two together by selecting the one you want to tween from, hit your tween button, and this time we're going to need a little bit more than 10 frames probably because that's a lot of action going on. I'm going to type 15 this time, and let's go to the beginning and see what happens. Hit your play button. And that's pretty neat. Alright, let's move on. Now let's make all of these three elements disappear along with the, let's leave the I can statement, but let's make the other three elements disappear. So create another new tween frame or keyframe as long as you have the very last frame highlighted, another new frame, and in this frame simply highlight the elements in your panel or in your layers panel over here and drop the opacity to 0. I'm going to do that with all three. 0 and the I to 0. There we go. Now let's tween it by selecting the frame in front of it and hitting the tween button. We're going to add 20, now let's add 6 frames because I want it to disappear quickly. 6 frames. Now if I want this area to show for a certain number of seconds, I just simply highlight that main frame, the one at the end, and change the delay to 2 seconds. Now when I hit play, let's see what happens. When I hit play, it should fade in, move in, hold, and disappear. So see what you can do with tweening. Just select layers, move them around, hit the tween button, and keep working. Next video, we're going to flip over to the timeline view, and we're going to fine-tune our animation. See you soon.